so let's have a look at this first one. Does anyone remember how to do this one, to factorize it? No one? Say no as well if you don't know how to do it. No? Okay, so if you remember last time, maybe it is if I put an equals 0, what we were doing is factorizing this. Okay, remember we need to find two numbers that multiply to make negative 18, and those two numbers add together to make the positive 3. All right, so two numbers that multiply to make 18 are 9 or 3 times 6. One of them has to be negative. Also, 1 times 18.
Negative 6 and 3.
Okay, so then we need to add them together to make positive 3. So I get the 6 and the 3 bit. Okay, because the difference is 3. But which one should be negative? No. Because if I add together, one of them must be negative because this is negative. If I add them together and I end up with positive, the smaller one must be the negative. Okay, so that gives me my brackets as x subtract 3 and x. Yep. Who have I got in here? Is it all good? So next one, x squared plus 5x subtract 14. Same sort of thing. Anyone want to take it on?
Negative 2 and 7. 2 times 7 is 14. And 2 plus 7.
Yeah, that works. Is everyone else okay with that? Good with that? Yeah. Okay. What about this one then? So I was interested in this one. X squared subtract 3x.
That we just have to make it fit with the 3x. X brackets x plus 3. Or x minus 3.
Yeah, good. This is one where we actually, so what we've said before, there's no common factor in these three terms. Okay, so we can say no common factor. But in this one, we have got a common factor. All right, x and x. So that's why I can take the x outside of the brackets. When there's no common factor of three different terms, we know we're going to have two brackets. Okay. All right. So just take us back then. So if I now put equals 0, what would be the solutions?
Or negative 6.
Yeah. Hang on. Someone else. Thank you, Liam. Someone else. Solution to this one.
1 would be 2 over negative 7.
Okay. Someone else? Come on, guys. Well, no. One of them would be 3, yeah. Why? Why 3 and not negative 3? Yeah, so remember, we're using the null factor law, aren't we? A times B. So B being x minus 3. So I want that to equal 0. Okay, so if x minus 3 makes 0, then x has to be 3 for that to happen. And the other solution will be? No. X would be 0. This one would be equal to 0 on its own, yeah? It's always whichever. Remember, all of these are now in the form A multiplied by B. A multiplied by B equals 0. So either that equals 0, this equals 0. That's why we got these numbers. Okay? All right. How is everyone about those, the basic ones so far? Any questions? This third one, yeah.
Minus like itself, so say it was like x squared minus 5x.
Yeah.
Would it just be x bracket x minus 5?
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
So it's just subtracting 5 what x.
Well, no, let's say, for instance, we can't make a comment like it's just subtracting. Let's say it was 2x squared plus 10x. Or 3x squared plus 7x. So I don't have the bit on the end. What would they be?
Well, you have to simplify it like.
There's no simplifying to be done. No.
Well, not simplifying, sorry.
Which one are we talking?
For the 3x part.
Okay, this one.
Yeah, so it would be 3x open bracket, 3x minus 7x close bracket.
Okay, let's just check. So how can I check? We should multiply out, yeah? Do the opposite. So that would be 9x squared, which is not what I've got. And this would be minus 21x squared. Well, because didn't you tell me an x here? X times x is x squared. No x, okay. Well, no x would be still 3 times 7 makes 21, and the x. No, they're different. Remember, we've done equivalent transformations only if we've got an equals sign. There's no equals sign at the moment. If I multiply this by 3, I've got something that's 3 times as big. If I said equals 0, I would have the same solutions, yeah, but I haven't got that at the moment. So what I'm saying is this is not equivalent to this. We want something that is the same, it's equivalent, it's just a different form. Anyone else want to jump in with factorizing these ones? What do you think, Steph? No? Cameron? Someone. Go on, say it again. I think there's only going to be one of you online, isn't there? Yeah, I'm not expecting the other Cameron. No, just you. No, Aiden. No, I know. And we don't have Aiden either. What do you think, Cameron? Anything? So remember for this one, this is what we tried to extend on. The common factor was an x, because if I multiply x by x, I get the x squared. And if I multiply negative 3 by x, I get the minus 3x. So I know that's good. All right. There's a common factor. So what factor appears in both of these terms? No, there's no x squared in this one, but there is an x. Yeah? Oh, we were just talking about him. So if there's an x in both, I can say that this is 2 times x, and this is 10 times x. So I can take a common factor and put it outside the brackets. Is there any other common factor to take out? Well, what about 10? What can I split that into? Yeah, that could be 2 times 5. So let's get rid of. Is there now another common factor? 2. So I can actually take the 2 outside as well. And what am I left with? If I do that, I'm left with an x and a 5. So in here would be the x plus 5. Okay. Does that make sense, ladies and gents? Yeah. So if I look at it then, 2x multiplied by x is 2x squared. No. 2x multiplied by 5 is 10x. So I'm good there. So what about this one? No. There's no common factor there, is there? Where's the only common factor? X. So this would be 3 times x plus 7 times x. So the factor is x. So x comes out and we left with 3x plus 7. All right. There's some quiet people. There's some very late comers as well, by the way. Good 15 minutes late. Get away with that. All right, let me give you another one then. So you can all do this one. I'll pause the video. So what about 15x minus 25x squared? Can you factorize that one for me? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've taken you off the screen because I'm recording again. So the thing to think about, okay, I'm not looking at the moment just because I'm on the video. Thing to remember, guys, when you factorize, you've got to be able to check that this multiplied by that, okay, gives you the thing that you started with, okay? Because this is in the form of something multiplied by something, yeah? So, basically, we need to break these up into their factors. So 15 is 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by x minus 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by x multiplied by x. So the common factors in the list are 5 and x. Okay, so those are the things I can write outside the brackets. If I cross them out, what's left inside the brackets is what's left. So 3 minus 5x. Okay? So then I should just mentally check. 5x times 3 is 15x. 5x multiplied by 5x is 25x squared. So I'm good. Okay? that make sense, everyone? Yeah? Okay, let me ask you one more then. Just to check. Yeah? No, that's good. That's fine. As long as the sign goes with the correct term, yeah? So this is a positive 3 and this is a negative 5x. So yeah, you can put negative 5x plus 3. No problem. Absolutely no problem. Let me give you, so let's do 27x squared minus 9x. Okay, there's one to do, and another one I'm going to do is 36x plus 12. So x squared plus 12. Those two. Have a go at those two for me.
It's 3 and 12. So, I mean, it could be 4 and 1, I guess.
So what comes out the brackets?
4x close bracket x minus 1 or something.
Like that?
Yeah.
What's 4x times 4x? Oh, sorry, 4x times x. Already, we're off. Away. So, what comes out the brackets? No, there's no x in this one. X is a common factor. You sure? 3? Come on, guys. Times tables. I have caught you out twice on this one. No? Yes. 36 is 3 times 12, no? This is 1 times 12. Same thing why there was a minus 1 here, because you can take this whole thing out when you factorize, yeah? This has a factor of 12, both of them. So 12 comes out. This one, there is no factor of x in the second term, so we can't take x out. Make sense? It's just about knowing your times tables again, guys, isn't it? So recognizing that 36 and 12 is a factor of 36. All right. Okay, let's move on. We're still using the same sort of thing, but I'm going back to these questions. I'm going to pick this one, 5c minus 10c minus 75. Okay, I'm just going to rewrite that. So 5c, oh, almost out of time already. Didn't get through half of it. 5c squared minus 10c minus 75. Guys, if the meeting stops and I haven't noticed, I'll restart it for the final, like, however long we've got, because it's only going to go till 12:05 and we've got another 10 minutes. So rejoin if it stops. All right, 5c squared minus 10c minus 75. What can we do first? Does it bother you that it's c's instead of x's? It shouldn't do, right? You can treat it like 5x squared minus 10x minus 75. Doesn't matter. Okay, just to show you. So the next one has f's in it. Doesn't change anything about the process. All right, but what is the first thing we spot? If you think back to what we were just doing, I've done this for a reason. What could we do first? Good. There is a common factor, and that is 5. So first of all, we can do 5x squared minus 2x minus 13. 5 times 30 would be 50, 65. Times 15. 50 and 25. Yeah, we're good with that. All right. There's no common factor of x, so that kind of suggests it's it. But what do we know we could do potentially when I've got 3 terms like this? Yeah. So if I just ignore the 5 for the moment, it's still there. But if I put that other stuff in the 2 brackets, what's going to be in the 2 brackets? We know it's going to be x and x. So 2 numbers multiply to make 15 and add to make -2. What are they going to be?
5 and 3.
5 and 3, isn't it?
5, -3.
5 times 3, yeah. +5, -3, or the other way around? It's a negative when I add, so the larger one must be negative. Must be -5, +3. So x minus 5 and x. So how many factors did I manage to take out in the end? 1, 2, 3. 3 factors have come out, yeah? I took the common factor out first, and then I factorized again into 2 other factors. All these 3 things, so it's basically an A times B times C situation. So here's a quick question. What if I now make that equal to 0? What are the solutions?
X is equal to -3.
You want to say 5 is equal to 0, but you know that's not right, don't you? That's it, guys. Because 5 is a constant, it's not got an x in it. It has no impact. If this is 0, doesn't matter what these 2 are. So the only solutions are when the x's are what they are. So we've still only got our 2 solutions. We don't need to do anything with the 5. It doesn't impact anything. That make sense? Yeah, no, what? Yes, good. Right. I'm glad it does. Okay, have a go at this one then. 3f squared minus 24f. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the meeting. So if you write that question down, and then I'm going to restart it, and then when you're done with the question, you can rejoin the meeting and tell me what the answer is. Okay. All good? Have you written it down, guys? 3f squared minus 24f plus 45. Yeah. I'm going to close it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So basically, guys, with this one, the first one you take out, which I think you all spotted, is the 3. Yeah. So we've got f squared and then minus 8f, and then it's plus 15. So this is the bit then. If we know it's a positive number at the end, what conclusion did we make last time? when I've got two numbers multiplied, I won't call it A and B actually, a bit different. So if I've got E multiplied by F, if they end up with a positive number, they must both be positives or must both be negatives. And if we're adding together and get a negative, all right, answer, then they both must be negatives. So we can exclude that. All right. So that means your final result is going to be 3 lots of F, F, and they both be negative. And what did you come up with? 5 and 3, right? All right. Okay. How do you feel about it, those that have returned? Good. Cameron, see what he says. How'd you get on, Cameron? Did you get what I've got on the screen? Did you get what I got, Cameron? Yeah. Okay. We've not got long. What, 7 minutes? Can we just have a quick look then at one of these next ones? All right. And tell me what you notice about them. So I'm going to rewrite it up here. I've got x squared minus 25. Okay. Any ideas how to... Well, first of all, if I said to you, let's solve this equal to 0, what would you do?
Do plus 25 on both sides.
Yeah.
And then square root both sides. And then get it by 2 answers.
Yeah.
5 and negative 5.
Yeah. Plus and minus. So actually, if I want to solve this, it's easier than what I'm going to make you do now. All right. But you can see it's got 2 solutions. If I ask you to go from these solutions to 2 possible brackets, okay, what would you tell me the 2 possible brackets could be? If I've got x equals... Sorry, Cameron, did you get the same answer as this for your previous one?
Yes.
Good. We're on to this next one, x minus 25. We've just solved it using a simpler method, but I'm now asking, if I look at these 2 solutions, could anyone suggest 2 possible brackets? Well, how am I going to get the x squared?
One x in each bracket.
Yeah. And how am I going to get a solution of positive 5?
Negative 5.
And how am I going to get a solution of negative 5?
Positive 5.
If I expand this, what do I get?
Squared is equal x squared
Subtract
minus 20.
So I get x squared minus 5x plus 5x minus 25. Is that what I've got up here? Minus 5x plus 5x is?
They cancel out.
So I'm left with? So it did work, right? This one is what we call the difference of two squares. Why is it the difference of two squares? X squared is a square number. 25 is a square number. And how do I find the difference of two numbers in maths? Subtract. There you go. Okay. So just to finish us off, if I said to you, let's try and do it a bit quicker. If I said to you to factorize x squared minus 16, what would you tell me?
X plus 4, in brackets, x plus 4, and in other brackets, x minus 4.
Yeah, simple as that. If I did this next one, this harder one, x squared minus y squared, what would it be?
X plus y and x minus y.
Yeah, because if I want to, I can change this 16 into 4 squared. Yeah. And if I want to change this 25 up here, I could change the 25 into 5 squared. So it's the difference of two squares like that. Okay? How do you feel about that final one? Everyone? Good, makes sense. Just to finish off, because I'm going to ask you to do a few more. What about ones like, well, let's do 16x squared minus 169. What do you think? So we've got, do you know what 169 is, the square root? It's
13.
It's 13
Did not use a
squared.
calculator.
Yeah. And do you know what squared makes 16x squared? Yeah, good. 4x all squared. Okay. So if I write it like that, the brackets are then easy. What's in the brackets? Well, minus 13 and then plus 13. Yeah, that's good. Easy, right? All right, so I'm kind of done. We've run out of time anyway for our lesson. But what I would like you to do is you can see where I've picked out a few questions. So we've done this. I've not run through splitting the middle term again yet. We'll actually have to push back the complete and square. We'll do complete splitting the middle term again tomorrow. But can I ask you, if you get a moment, to do a practice of a few of these ones? So in your textbook, like I said, we're on page 200. Oh, topic 8.2, not 8.1. Sorry, I think I lied to you there. Page 293. But you've got, this is where I've got them from, okay? So you can review that and have a go at a few more. And we've got as far as this. Can you see the book in front of you, or have I?
Switch.
No, I didn't switch. Sorry. Okay, just quickly then. All right, so in the book, page 295 is where we got to, and 293, some of those. So if you can have a practice, just make sure you're all good. I'll put the video up. We will move on to all the way down. I'm skipping a lot of stuff because it's unnecessary. We'll go to our split in the middle term in a couple of lessons. So, all right. Split in the middle term, next lesson. All good?